began in 1948 in Quincy, Massachusetts, open kettle. The founder was William Rosenberg, who was the donut for 5 cents and a cup of coffee for only 10 cents. He renamed the restaurant the Dunkin's Company after the brainstorming session with his executive. The goal was to make and serve the freshest, most delicious coffee and donuts quickly, cautiously in modern, well-merchandised store. Today, the Dunkin's Company using near 100% franchise business model and have restaurants in 40 states and 32 foreign countries and 7,500 Baskin-Robbins restaurants in 43 states and 46 foreign countries. And now, the Dunkin' Company becomes the one of the largest franchisor of the quick service restaurant that sells hot and cold coffee, baked goods, as well as hard-served ice cream.
The Dunkin Brands Group is changing the vision and mission because the company wants to continue the way they modernize the brand. For my recommendation, the Dunkin Brands Board of Directors should arrange a consultation with an expert in order to improve the company brand and increase recognition without any guesswork. Furthermore, in the proposed mission, Dunkin Brands Group mission is focusing on more specific area, which is the peoples, the guests, the neighborhoods, and the planet, where it may give them advantage to approaching more customers in the future.
Internal factor evaluation matrix is a strategy tool used to evaluate firm's external environment, and it reveals its strengths as well as weaknesses. Therefore, the major internal strengths for Dunkin's brands is the brand has a high recognition among the customers, where the customers really possesses to Dunkin's products such as the coffees and donuts. Besides, Dunkin has a various type of menu in different country that suit the customer in that country for meets the customer's demand. While the internal weaknesses for Dunkin brands are they have a lot of competition in market in the same industry. For example, like Tom Hortons Incorporation and Krispy Kreme Donuts Incorporation do have the same products with Dunkin. This will cause Dunkin to have effective strategy to fight with their competitors for marketing its product. Besides that, Dunkin also facing a less market demand since the customers wants to change the healthy lifestyle.
In this part, we had used external factor evaluation metrics to analyze the external factor that might affect to the company that we have choose.
Based on the observation, we found that the opportunities affect the most of Dunkin's brand growth is expansion of menu. Basically, Dunkin brands focus on varieties of donuts and coffee. Besides that, they also made other products like sandwich, cookies, bagels, munchkins, and muffins. The beverage served to the customer in both hot and cold forms. All of the products are very popular among the people, thus they have many choices that can satisfy their taste. The trait that affect the most to Dunkin brands is people moving to a healthier way of eating. As you know, Dunkin products basically are fast food and not very healthy. Currently, people awareness towards eating healthy food had increased rapidly, and this affected the sales of the Dunkin products. Dunkin brands company should take a quick action in order to mitigate this threat.
As we all know, the Dunkin's is the company that have the largest franchise store all around the world. This makes business a little easier for them. We have run SWOT analysis, strategic position and action evaluation, space metrics, internal external metrics, grand strategy metrics, and quantitative strategic planning metrics QSPM. Based on the case study, the internal and external metrics of Dunkin Brands US is in a good working condition and strategic position among all the division. However, Dunkin Brands International is in weak condition as they have a poor relationship with their franchises. Baskin-Robbins, on the other hand, also is in a good condition since both of their company in US and international shows a stable revenue. But considering the competition from their rivals is remain tough, they still need to improve more on their ways of distribution or any marketing method to compete with all the other ice cream competitors. We conclude that, in general, Dunkin Company is doing very well. After analyzing the space metrics of Dunkin brands, we learned that Dunkin is using aggressive approach in their strategy since the market is already intense with all the competitors keep on trying to dominate the market. Dunkin brands financial position average is 5.6, which is stable. Their stability position average is negative 2.8, which is in their best condition. The competitive position average is negative 3.2 and the industry position for Dunkin is 4.4. Moreover, the Dunkin should allocate the resources to any project according to a tightly controlled, centralized plan or by setting goals and letting lower levels of the organization make the resource allocation decision because it may result in more appropriate to local situation. Unfortunately, we were unable to run BCG metrics because of the lack of data in the case study. QSPM metrics a strategy in which we do a decision making on the best strategy for the company. Based on all the strategy we had run and analyzing on the conduct a financial support programs for franchise, also conduct a field support program for franchise, we learned that Dunkin' Donuts should conduct a financial management support programs for their franchise to build strong relation with them and pay more attention to their franchise. On this alternative, it has the high scores which is 5.46 compared to conduct a field support program for franchise that score 4.39. According to Adam 2008, the higher the score, the better the alternative. So, conduct a financial support program for franchise indeed help them to gain more profit in the future and secure their customer.
Recommendation can be suggested to Dunkin' Donuts in order for them to maintain in the business. This recommendation can be used in a long-term project that can help Dunkin' Donuts to increase their revenue and also their profit. Recommendation number 1 that can be suggested to Dunkin' brand to increase their revenue and profit is conduct a financial management support program. Dunkin' brands should conduct a financial management support program for their franchisee. Since Dunkin' brands and the franchisees did not have a good relationship, this could be the opportunities or chances to know more about them. By conducting a financial management support program, Dunkin' brands could train their franchisees manager or the owner to manage their financial in a professional way to utilize their capital. This program will improve the performance of Dunkin' effectively. Recommendation number 2 for Dunkin' brand to increase their revenue and profit is conduct a field support program. Dunkin' brands also should conduct a field support program. They should share some knowledge to their franchisees. Dunkin' brand should teach them how to do an efficient marketing, conduct research to know customer better, and how to approach their potential customer in a better way.
In a nutshell, the Dunkin Company plans is to grow their revenues by low to mid single digit percentages and operating income by mid to high single digit percentages. They intended to achieve these targets by positioning their core Dunkin' Donuts US brand to compete even more effectively in the coffee and beverage segments, driving profitable sales growth and further expanding westward across the country. Hence, by the provision of our recommendation, which is conduct a financial management support program and conducting a field support program, improve their ways of marketing and make use of the global extension, Dunkin Company will be able to achieve their targets. Additionally, we present you the projected financial ratios, which shows the Dunkin is on the right track to improve their financial position.